Okay, welcome back to the fourth part of this video. There are lots of different moving parts as to how the Torah service runs. On special weeks like we have in the approach to Passover, there's a different maftir which comes from a different part of the Sefer Torah. We can talk about that either by way of email or when we next meet in class or synagogue, please God, soon. There is after the Torah reading is finished, there's a Kaddish. The Sefer Torah, or sometimes two Sifrei Torah, are put on the table, and the Chazan will read the half Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash Shemei Rabbah, and that's found on page 414. At the end of that, normally there is a prayer for anybody who's been called up, and then you have the Hagbah. And the Hagbah also accompanies music, and somebody will lift up the Sefer Torah, and they will say V'zot, and everybody sings together. V'zot HaTorah Esher Samo Hoshe Livnei V'nei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai V'yad Moshe. And the tradition is that the person holding up the Hagbah opens up at least 3 columns, so the community can see that the reading was read from a real Sefer Torah. It wasn't just read from the person's memory, but there was actually a real Sefer Torah with real writing in front of the reading desk, and that people read from that Sefer Torah. That's the Hagbah, and then the Sefer Torah is put away. Once the Sefer Torah is put away, that's when the Haftarah starts. Haftarah means additional reading. Lahaftir is to make additional, and it always comes from one of the books of the prophets. So Ezekiel or Kings or Judges, always from one of the books of the prophets, and it begins with the blessings that you've been learning. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bacha, and so on, and ends with 4 different paragraphs of blessing, also which you have been learning if you're reading Haftarah on the occasion of your bar or bat mitzvah. The last blessings which come after the closing of the Haftarah are for the royal family, for the country, for health, and for the state of Israel. At the moment, those 4 blessings we read, and those are often read in a combination of English and Hebrew. To close the Torah reading, we also have inserted in there the blessing for the new month, if we're counting a new month. Then we say words of Ashrei, so there's lots of individual prayers which are added there, before we get to the closing of the Torah service. The Torah, the Sefer Torah, has now been dressed after the Hagbah. I missed that bit. So we have to put the mantle and the yads, and sometimes even the bells, the rimonim, which are put back on the Sefer Torah. The Chazan, the same Chazan who began before, picks up the Sefer Torah, puts it on his right shoulder, and begins. And as he begins, the ark is opened again, ready to be for the Sefer Torah to be put away. Yahalelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav shemo levado. Hodu, and now he's walking the opposite direction around the synagogue. Hodu al eretz v'shamayim, v'kyaren keren le'amo, tehila lechol chasidav, livnei Yisrael am karovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. And now he starts walking at the beginning of Mizmor David. Mizmor David, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod ve'oz, Havul Adonai kavod shemo, Ishtachavu Adonai behadrat kodesh. He'll get to the end of that psalm, which is actually Psalm 29, found on page 430, and then standing in front of the ark, having put the Sefer Torah back in the ark, often bowed, sometimes kissed the Sefer Torah with tzitzit. He sings the final, or she sings the final verses before the ark is closed. Uvenucha yomar. And normally just the last verse or two verses are sung. Here I'll start with Eitz Chaim Hi on the middle of page 432. The fourth line up. Eitz Chaim Hi lemachazihikim ba v'tomcheha meusha deracheha darchei noam v'chol nitzvoteha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva chadesh yameinu chadesh yameinu kekedem. And at the words kekedem, the ark is closed. The community might bow a little to say goodbye to the Sefer Torah, and all is done. Thank you for listening. Wishing you guys well. Hope to be in contact very soon.